There. So we're expecting some frosts over the next few nights. So now I've got some tender plants out in the garden, Victor Winter Squash. Okay, so even though the name is winter squash, it doesn't mean the squash plant will survive winter-like weather. Yeah, it means that the squashes will keep into winter, in case you're wondering. But never mind, that's not the point of the video. So I'm not advocating anybody put out tender plants yet, certainly not. It's way too early for that, but as you know, if you've been following me, I've got so many that I've grown, and I'm willing to take the gamble, and if at the end of the day they succumb to the frost, I've got plenty more to put in its place, so that's why I'm doing it. So I'm just going to show you a very quick way that I'm protecting them, and you know, if you have got some tender plants outside, you may feel like doing the same. So let's go outside and have a look. Right, okay, so you can see we can hear the wind is getting up. It's probably on the camera by now, but now you see I've got these pots here. Okay, so under these I've put some Victor Winter Squash plants. Okay, I'll show you what I'm doing. You've probably worked it out already by looking at them. So there you go. Now that's one squash plant there. Now I grew these quite early this year. A lot of this is purely an experiment, and because they've exhausted all the nutrients in the compost that I grew the seeds in, you can see they're starting to, you know, the ends are starting to turn up a bit, and also maybe some frost didn't penetrate into the polytunnel where they were. So that's two reasons why they're looking like that. But end of the day, they need to go out. The roots were very well established and growing well out the bottom of the propagator cell trays, so they needed to put them in, and as I stated, I've got so many and I'm willing to take a bit of a risk. So basically what I do is I just get one pot like this, make sure you push it in like that, look, because there's plenty of you know, wind that'll blow them away, and this here, look, I then put another one over the top and firm it in. Ideally put a brick on top or something like that so it doesn't blow away. So it's going to get down to about 0 degrees C tonight, and you know, not much better or not much warmer over the next few nights coming up, and then it's meant to improve. So what I'm hoping is that there's not going to be many frosts late into the year. Last year I think the last frost was in April. So I did that last year with some tomatoes and they survived the frost, and I only did that with one pot, not two. So I'm hoping with two, you know, the first layer, a layer in between, you know, the gap, a bit of warm air in there, like so to speak, a bit of insulation, a bit like layers of clothing. That's what I'm hoping. So yeah, little things like that that you can do just to sort of, you know, end of the day, it's always a gamble putting stuff out, you know, this early in the year in this climate, because, you know, frost could come and wipe out all your efforts, blah-de-blah-de-blah, but you guys know that. So, you know, little bits you can just try. I want to try and get some early crops if I can this year, but as you can see, look, these squashes here, they do need to go out relatively soon, and as I stated, I'm hoping that it's going to be like last year and we're not going to have late frosts. So these are probably going to be going out soon, but I'm just going to test the water with the old Victor Winter Squashes, and I've got more seeds inside anyway, I think, if they do go, but plenty more. As you can see, all these weird and wonderful nutrient deficiencies now because I set them so early. But there we go. So the spinach is looking cool, loads of it, spinach, chard, blah-de-blah. Tomatoes, you know, got to be sorting them out. Kale is looking gorgeous. The peppers, are little chilies, whatever they are looking good. The rocket is looking good as well. Broad beans have taken beautifully. You may remember that video which I set them. And the leeks as well, look, remember them? Like, as I tug, I can feel, or gently pull, I can feel that the roots, here goes a good example, the roots have taken there, so they're going to be very good indeed. So yeah, lots to do. Loads of fun to be had. This is all going to be set soon with kale and you know, chard and spinach for this year. So much to do, and the Tayberry here, look, it's not going to be long before, you know, we get some blossom on here, followed by some great fruit. So there we go. So if you like my work, please feel free to like, share and subscribe. Any comments, questions or whatevers, post them down below. Yeah, something tells me this onward pear is going to do very well this year. Can only hope, can't we? Here, look, as well, Royal Gala apple on the corner here in a pot. Bargain Aldi tree.